Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush guru. It is May 6th, 2025. I'm here for my Wordle and Quordle of the day and for Foster Care Day. And I am just enthralled with this foster dad who is also a content creator, Peter Mutabasi. He grew up in dire poverty in Uganda, got a helping hand from a stranger, moved to America and started paying it forward 1,000-fold. He decided to start fostering children, and he has such wisdom. He has written a book called Now You Are Known and started a foundation to help kids in foster care, besides fostering dozens of kids. And sometimes in his home, foster care leads to adoption. Foster care sometimes is just a bridge so the biological parents can kind of get their act together, or so that the courts can make sure that there's a proper home. But sometimes the kids are up for adoption, and Mr. Mutabasi has heeded the call to several kids who were in that situation. So even though it's foster care day, I'm going to use the word adopt with Peter as my inspiration. So let's go ahead and put that in. There we go. We've got a T. So what else might we use? R, S, L, N, E. Oh gosh, we have not used a lot of our common letters. Oh, stern would be a good word, because sometimes Peter is stern with the children, but always loving. Oh. So let's see. The T would go here, and we would use a lot of letters, and I think that's a good choice. Ooh, okay. So we have got an S here, and we've got a T that could go here or here, and an E that could go here, here, or here. But we don't have an R-E option. We got rid of the R. What did we keep? Just the L as a common letter. And then vowels could be I, U, and sometimes Y. SETI? I don't think so. What is this? Why is the E not there? I keep wanting to do like steed or steep. Well, I don't have a D or a P anyway, or steer, which I don't have an R. So I guess the double E, it doesn't matter, and it's not there unless it's at the very end, and I don't think so. Where could we place these? If we do an E here and a T here, setup? No, we don't have a P. And I think that would be a hyphenated word. Can I see anything this could be? No, I don't see it. What if the T stays there, but the E moves? And we could have... Oh, is it settee? How do you spell settee? S-E-T-T... No, T-E-E? I think I should try that just to see where things are. I don't even know if that's how you spell it. I don't know if I want to do that. I want to see. I'm going to put that there as a possibility. If it's spelled correctly, I don't even know. Settee. I don't know. I have no idea. But I want to see if there are others. If there are a lot of other things to try, I might hold off on that. So let's see. So if we move the E here, we would put maybe an I or a U in there. I don't see how that would work. What if we do an E here? We could do... Oh, I don't see that either. I'm thinking T-L-E, but no. No? I don't see it. Oh, I want to put the S with the T. We tried that. It did not work. Okay, what if we move the T. We could do an I or a U or both. Oh, we could do sweet. We could do sweet. I don't think we're going to have the Y. I don't know why I don't think there's a Y. At first I did, but because we've already got the S placed and we've got an E and a T to work in here, the double T is the only thing we could get. That's why. I had puzzled that out, right? Because instinctively I want to use a double letter. I can't. So sweet might work. Okay, so we tried the T there, the T there. Now we have to try... Take the E off here and put it here. We could also have two E's, or we could have three if settee is spelled that way. I don't see anything there. You know, we're really constricted. I think I want to try sweet. And if it's not sweet, but we get a... I think I have to try sweet, and if it's not sweet, I'll try settee, if settee is even spelled correctly. I think I'm going to try sweet. Sweet! Okay, got it. Alright, now I'm frustrated with myself that I can't try settee, but one of you will tell me whether or not it's a word, or I'll look it up afterward, actually, so. Alright, oops. Now let's move to Quordle. I'm going to put in 4 standard words, gives me 20 unique letters. Hopefully it'll give me a lot of green and yellow, and I'll be able to complete all of the words quickly and without mistakes. But sometimes there are mistakes, especially when I play quickly. Alright, so I'm going to do fishy, budge, clown, tramp, fillet, or fillet. Soggy, S-O-G-G-Y. Ooh, there's an O here, but not a C. Porch. Porch, and... Oh, I've had this before. It's either unite or untie. Bad spellers of the world, untie. U could go here, N could go here, I could go here, T could go here, but also U could go here, N could go here, T could go here, I could go here. I'm going to try unite. If it's not unite, it's untie, and I've got one extra spot, but I don't need it. That's what it is. All right, and that is it for me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those below, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.